To add fullness for the tucks, the function we use is piece, darts, and add dart with fullness. In this particular case, we need to make sure that value mode is activated. Then we need to follow the prompt. So the prompt says to select the dart opening. We have notches to indicate our tuck positions or our dart opening. So select the first notch by holding down your left button on the mouse and dragging along the line until you flag up the box that says notch 1. Once you flag that up, then you can release your left button on your mouse and the notch is selected. Now the prompt says to select a point on a boundary line to /2. So click and release on the boundary line, on the hem line. It asks us to select a location to remain stationary. So we need to click and release on our center front line so that we can keep this piece on grain. Now it says to select internal lines to move, end selection to continue. Well, we don't have an internal line, so we can go ahead and click OK. It asks us to enter distance for new position, which is basically entering the width of the tuck, which is 5 centimeters. So type in 5, click OK, and it asks us to select a new dart apex. This is not going to be a dart, so click OK to bypass that function. And you can see that we have now added fullness for the tuck. So now we can go ahead and do the other two tucks. So again, hold down the left button till you drag and highlight that notch and release. Click and release on the hem, perpendicular to the notch, to select on the boundary line. Select the center front location to remain stationary and click OK to bypass selecting internal lines. Type in 5 for our tuck width. Click OK. Click OK again to bypass the apex. So now for the last tuck, when we select the dart opening and release, select a point on the boundary line, which is on the hem. Select the center front to remain stationary. Bypass our internal line selection by clicking OK. But this time, when we enter the distance for the new position, we need to get our calculator up and minus, we need to put in 5, which is the width of our tuck, and minus the width of that dart, which we measured earlier, which is 1.24. So the amount of fullness we need to put in for the third tuck is 3.76. So type in 3.76 and click OK, and OK to bypass the apex, and then we can click OK to exit the function. The reason why we added 3.76 for the last tuck is because we're going to combine this dart into that tuck in the next step.